mental health and the importance of a morning routine or ritual. So I started having a morning routine very intentionally last October. I'm participating in a kind of spiritual academy, a year-long spiritual academy. And the first thing that we did was to do a whole Daniel fast detox with morning routine, adding a morning routine and bath, etc., etc. At the time when I started this particular endeavor, I was dealing with some pretty severe anxiety. And, you know, I just have a very stressful life, you guys, some of which I've shared with you all online, some of which I have not. But overall, a lot of things that validly cause anxiety. And so for the 21 days of that particular fast, etc., I decided to go ahead and start having a morning routine and just do the fast full out and see what happened. And you guys, oh my goodness, it was life altering. It was life altering. I cannot stress to you enough how much of a difference having a intentional morning routine that is focused and catered to me has changed my life. It has diminished my anxiety to dagnare nothing. Hi, Ayana. How are you? Thanks for jumping on. And I just want to share with you guys what my morning routine is and stress with you guys about the importance of having a morning routine for your mental health. When I wake up in the mornings now, well, the first thing I did was I cleared out everything on the side of my bed. Before last October, there was so much clutter on the side of my bed. There was a makeup vanity sitting there that I never used, which also caused a bit of anxiety because then every time I woke up in the morning, I would see this vanity and it would remind me that I didn't use the thing, and it would make me feel like I bought the thing for no purpose, and it would just cause all of this kind of subliminal, right? On top of the makeup vanity was clutter, because you just add clutter. Underneath the makeup vanity in the corner were boxes of products and things, because I'm a YouTuber and people send stuff and you keep in boxes, and all of that to say the side of my bed was like a junk pile. To most, it would probably look neat. To me, it was just clutter on top of clutter on top of clutter. So the first thing I did last year when I started having a morning routine was I intentionally cleaned out the side of my bed and made it beautiful, calm, and catered to me. When I get off this Facebook Live, I will add a photograph of the side of my bed for you guys. I maintain it to this day. Basically, I took a old tabletop, I covered it with one of my favorite sarongs, and I put it on the floor underneath the window. There's an aloe plant, which cleans the air and also reminds me of home. There's a fake lavender plant. I wish I had a real lavender plant, but I'm not good with plants. So I had a fake lavender plant, and I love lavender, so I put that there. There are a couple of pillows sitting there just because they're beautiful. There are things that make me happy. There's a framed dried flower that my niece gave me last year during a road trip that we did that just makes me smile. She gave me the live flower, and when it died, I pressed it and I put it in a frame. There are little duckies that people gave me for gifts. There are journals that some of you guys sent me as gifts. One of them says, "Hello, sunshine," ironically, and just basically anything that makes me happy. It's a peaceful, calm, uncluttered, unjunky space. I took that makeup vanity, I put it in the basement. I've been using the mirror off of it for something else, and I just released myself from that. So that's the first thing I did, and I highly recommend that, to make your space peaceful so that when you wake up in the morning, you see things that are calm and peaceful. Another thing I did in that space that I just thought of actually is I have a 4-poster bed with metal bars going between the 4 posts, and you'd be amazed at how easily that is to turn that into a laundry rack. So I would hang clothes to dry on there, and then I would wake up and it would be like I was in a cave because I was like they were falling in on me. So I stopped doing that. I bought a very large, it's right there in front of, in the hallway on the landing. I bought a very large metal drying rack, and I stopped hanging clothes. Hi Michelle, how you doing? I stopped hanging things, cluttering things in my room like that. So back to my morning routine. I wake up in the morning, and the first thing I do is I pick up my phone and I set an alarm that I have already put music into called morning meditation. And basically, I started out doing like 3 minutes, but you guys, I can do 10, 15, 20 minutes of meditation at this point. So I set the alarm to be like 15 minutes from when I wake up, and I sit up in the bed. That's the first thing I do every morning. I grab my headphones because sometimes my husband is asleep, and I put my headphones in my ears, and then I go to my YouTube music app and I pull up some spa music. Now, the reason that I don't do my meditation in silence is, like I said, my husband's asleep next to me and sometimes he might be snoring, and it just might be a lot. He might even be getting ready to go to work depending on what time I actually woke up that morning. So I just want a blank slate. If you go to YouTube or use the YouTube music app, there are a lot of spa music videos that you can choose from. They are extremely relaxing. They have them that go for hours on end. I put my headphones in my ears and I listen to spa music. And I meditate. You don't have to get in any particular physical stance or whatever, but I do have a tendency to either have my legs crossed or I put a pillow up underneath my knees. And I tend to have my hands up and open just because it just feels a little bit more open. I mean, if you know anything about body language, having your arms kind of crossed around you or whatever is a closed body position. So I just do that and it just feels a little bit more open. And you would be amazed at what happens. Now, I'm not a professional meditation person. I don't know anything about meditation in that sense, and nor do I know if I'm doing it right. But it really just changes the rhythm of my mornings when I do that, you guys, because instead of jumping out of the bed and being frantic, I take a minute to calm down, especially if I wake up in the morning and I really don't want to be up. I don't want to be awake. What I tell myself is you don't have to be awake. You can just get up, sit up, and put some headphones in your ears and just kind of still be in a kind of zoned out state. Now, I did have a friend that started meditating recently whose mom had passed, and she said that when she tried to meditate for the first time, all she did was weep, and she wasn't sure that that was what was supposed to be going on. I personally felt like that was a good thing because I felt like maybe she had been bottling that up, and this meditation session gave her an opportunity to let that out. But she seemed to be freaked out by that, which would then support the fact that she probably was bottling it up, right? So when you're meditating at first, don't expect anything, right? Expect for thoughts to start coming in, your grocery list and what you have to do today and, oh my God, I'm wasting time and all of those types of things. However, over time, you will realize that some of your meditation sessions, you will be so in the zone, like in another calm place, that when your little alarm goes off, and make sure that your alarm is something calming. I actually have opera music, my favorite song, Nessun Dorma, either Nessun Dorma or Piesu. Anyway, is my alarm to break me out of the meditation, something that's not jarring. So anyway, make sure that it's calming, but you'd be amazed at how some of the times when you meditate in the morning, it will just have this, you'll come out, you open your eyes and it'll almost be like you forgot where you were, which I believe is part of the calming. It calms your body. It sets the state for the rest of your day. Now, the second thing that I do every single morning, you guys, is I grab my journal, which I brought here to show you. This journal was a gift from Kyla. Hi, Kyla, if you're watching this. She gave it to me on my birthday cruise last year, and I've been using it as my journal every morning. My pen, you see how much is in there? The pencil is stuck up in there. And every morning I pick my journal up off of my nightstand and I write. I write. Some mornings I feel like I don't have anything to write. I have skipped some mornings, which I don't advise because I can tell the difference. And some mornings I go on ahead and I just cuss people out. I'm not joking. I really do that. And like I've said to some of my coaching clients, it's better for you to go off on people in your journal than for you to go off on people in real life. Part of the whole point of mental health is to think of your journal like a person or a friend that you can tell the absolute truth. I feel like you're not journaling properly if you don't have a little bit of like, what if somebody finds this? Because then you are really just unloading the thought. And I find that my journaling has turned from a lot of angry, anxious thoughts to inspiration that I got during my dreams and sleep. And, some mornings it's all about how angry I am at something or someone, or how frustrated I am with the state of the country. Other mornings, it's a full download of an idea that I have, that I scribble out. And then I take the journal and I walk downstairs with it and I write those down so that I can execute them. Like this Facebook Live. I wrote that out this morning in my journal and I came downstairs. So the first thing I did was clear the space next to my bed so that I wake up in a calming, beautiful space with things around me that remind me that I'm loved and things that I love. The second thing I did was stop cluttering up my bed with a bunch of laundry and that kind of thing, just opening my eyes to a fresh, beautiful space. The third thing that I do every morning is the first thing actually that I actually do is I wake up and I meditate for a few minutes to just calm myself and to set the tone and the atmosphere for the day that's about to come. And the fourth thing that I do is I journal. That is what I do. Now, there are other things that you can do every morning. If you're a person that needs to exercise every morning, I highly recommend it. I have not gotten that advanced yet, but exercise does raise your endorphins and it does help with how you feel. So especially if you are dealing with mental health, depression, and anxiety, it will be very helpful if you wake up and exercise. If nothing else, I jump out of the bed and I do a few stretches next to my bed. Always helpful. And then you guys, I take my phone, which is still playing the spa music, into the bathroom with me, put the phone down and play spa music while I am getting ready in the morning. I have a candle holder that's been sitting in my bathroom for 10 years and I've never lit the candle. It's just sitting there as decoration. And in the past few months, I've started lighting that candle every morning. So I light the candle, I put the phone down right in front of the candle, and I get ready every morning as though I am in a spa. I let the spa music play, and what I'm doing is intentionally setting the atmosphere and the rhythm and the feeling for that morning. I can't stress this to you guys enough. If you are a person that is dealing with depression, if you are a person that is dealing especially with anxiety, if you are anxious, turn those anxious thoughts into prayers. Calm yourself and your whole body. And, if you're a person that can't sit in silence, there are guided meditation apps where the person kind of calmly speaks to you and tells you what to do. Release, the tension in your head, release the tension in your face, release the tension in your cheeks. I haven't used one of those in years, but once again, I highly recommend it. And then, of course, you can even come up with more things for your morning routine. Suppose you're a person that loves nature, or you live near the ocean and you want to go outside and look at the ocean. If I lived near the ocean, I would walk outside every single morning and go and have a cup of tea and sit by the ocean. I just don't have that beautiful benefit. So if you do, please go do it for me. But there's so many things that you should do. And then the best part of the morning routine is it's catered specifically to what works for you. It doesn't matter if your children like it. It doesn't matter if your husband agrees with it. It doesn't matter if the things next to your bed don't make somebody else happy. You put what makes you happy. You put what makes you smile. If music does it, definitely do it. I highly recommend including meditation and journaling in your morning routine. I can't stress that to you guys enough. It's so important because how you start your morning is how the rest of your day is going to go. If you're a person that does your mornings like I used to do it, hit the snooze button until Jesus comes back and then frantically run into the bathroom, trying to get ready for work. And, oh my God, I haven't made my lunch. I haven't ironed my clothes. All of that. Then that's how the rest of your morning, that's how the rest of your day is going to be. That's the energy that you have started your day with. You've probably spiked your cortisol levels through the roof. Okay. And that's how the rest of your day is going to go. You're going to respond to people with that anxiety. You're going to respond to yourself. You're not going to have grace for yourself. You're not going to have grace for your children. You're not going to have grace for your coworkers. And so that's what I wanted to jump on, you guys. Like I said, I'm in the middle of filming a YouTube video. So I need to get off of here and finish filming my YouTube video. But I wanted to share with you guys the importance of a morning routine as part of your self-care and as part of your overall mental health.